What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one, I want to break down what's going on with the overall market and talk about some very important news. I'm also going to break down why Tesla's outperforming the market and holding up very well right now. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Weeble and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you deposit $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 75 of them, and the offer ends very soon in just 5 days. Anyways, guys, the market is selling off as predicted for SPY, for the QQQ, for Apple, and many tickers out there. But Tesla, of all things, is holding up very nicely because we're seeing some very interesting news making headlines. Now, Tesla's not exploding or anything like that. It's still within the range bound over here, but it's still holding up quite well. And the reason for that is because we're seeing lots of interesting pieces of news. What's happening is a lot of the news from earnings is being reiterated by the media, and we're starting to see more and more talk about some big developments with their AI chips and also with their battery cells. So the news is saying that Tesla expects its 4680 battery cells to be cheaper than suppliers by the end of the year. That is some very, very good news. There were a lot of talks about layoffs as well for Tesla, but that's what came out since yesterday. And now pieces of news like this are making a lot of headlines, talk from Elon Musk and such. Tesla is now expecting that its own 4680 battery cells are going to be cheaper than those coming from suppliers by the end of the year. The 4680 is the new cell format that enables new techniques, new technologies, and such, which is developed by Tesla. And they unveiled this, which is going to be very, very useful, at least when it comes to their different capabilities. And this has been very useful for them, but Tesla is saying that they're trying to make things a lot more affordable. I've seen a lot of headlines about this, and there's also more talk over here that coming out on new headlines. This headline, for example, came out today. They're saying that the Tesla FSD new hardware is going to be added to Nvidia's H100 chips that run AI computing for their CyberCab service. So more details came out that Tesla is going to be adding 50,000 Nvidia H100 AI chips to the existing 35,000 units to its autonomy data centers by the end of the year. Once again, very, very good news for AI development. Makes me very, very excited. There's been a lot of talk about the robotaxi and the cybercab that are going to be coming out. That makes me super excited for what's about to come with this, and the fact that they're trying to enable a lot more AI chips for more learning and more developments like that. So that's going to be very, very useful for their Hardware 5 incorporation. And even though the Hardware 5 is developed, Tesla's going to start shipping cars with it towards the end of 2025. So they're getting ready to be using a lot more chips. These chips are going to be very, very useful for what they're trying to do moving forward and the development of FSD. And there's been a lot of talk about this by the media today, and we're seeing Tesla holding it very nicely as a result of that. That doesn't mean that the whole market's holding up. It's just Tesla and a few others which are holding up a lot better. Most of stocks out there, from Meta to Amazon, most of them are actually kind of red, including Coinbase. But Tesla's holding up. So Tesla has this resistance at this 165 area. Above that, we have 168. And then if that breaks, we have 170 and 172.5 coming. For support, we have 162.5. As of right now, Tesla's holding up very well, despite the fact that SPY and the QQQ are selling off a bit. Tesla is still building strength and showing some signs of life. Now, what else is interesting is Nvidia is also holding up quite well amidst this news, outperforming the market. We did dip a bit. Now we're actually getting bought back up back in this 815 area, but we're still just barely in the green, kind of shuffling up here. So if we do lose 805, look for a little bit more downside. If we break past 820, we turn bullish. Otherwise, we're just kind of range bound right now within our typical level between 820 and 805. Nvidia may slow down a little bit thanks to the markets, but let me just make it very clear that it's still outperforming amidst news like this with more of their chips being bought up. For SPY right now on the hourly time frame is showing some weakness. We did see some buyers trying to defend this, trying to bring this back up, but so far didn't really work out as well. We're watching 498 as our key support right over here. If 498 holds, we're going to be in a place where this might just shuffle. If we lose 498 or close below it, there's going to be a risk of more downside. So I'll be watching to see how well this holds. We are still nonetheless seeing some weakness on SPY. It's not really crashing or anything like that. It's still kind of slowly on this trend, and we'll have to see how well it holds at 190 at 498, excuse me. So we'll see how it goes for SPY. I am seeing a little bit more risk of downside, especially if we lose 498. So watch and see if we can try to hold that or not, and that's going to be very, very key. For the QQQ, we are currently just shuffling at 419. Losing this would take us all the way down into the We could actually come all the way down to 417 later on if we continue to fail at 419. So just be careful with the QQQ. There is some weakness on the chart. It is on a downtrend right now, so I just want to keep that in the back of your guys' minds and just know that the market is still showing some signs of weakness. Apple, we mentioned, could be hitting this 170 area before coming back down. It hit this, came down, pushed back up to 170.5 and then came back down to 168. So watch support at 168.5 and also 168. If we lose that, we're going to be looking for a move all the way down to the 167 area. We are looking a little bit weak right now. There is a little bit of weakness on Apple, but it's not extreme. And we'll see how things go from here moving forward. But with that being said, guys, that's it, at least for these main tickers. For a few more out there, I'm still seeing weakness on stocks such as Coinbase. Coinbase tried to rebound, retesting 225 and kind of rejected. If we end up continuing to lose 215, look for that gap fill at 209. Overall, still looking a little bit weak. Amazon, we saw Amazon actually dip quite a bit to about 166, got bought back up to about 172, but we could continue to dip a little bit on Amazon, not looking that great. We're still down 3%. Then there's Meta, which is down 13%, kind of rebounded to the 20 EMA, now it's rejecting. If it just continues to sink down, look for 416 as support. And then we have resistance currently at 430. Overall, I'm seeing a little bit of weakness on Meta. With that being said, excuse me, with that being said, that's what I'm seeing for the markets for now. SPY is trying to get defended at 498, but we also have resistance at 499 and then 500. We'll have to see how well it holds for now. We're kind of shuffling within supply and demand zones, but just be very patient with this and see how well we hold above 498. As of right now, we're seeing some buyers trying to defend. And then once again for Tesla, we're testing this 165 area as our resistance. Tesla's fighting right now. It's building some strength amidst all the good news that's coming out from the media. The media's sentiment's kind of shifting right now. We're seeing a lot of talk about what was talked about during earnings, which is positive for Tesla. And this gives Tesla some more potential because Tesla's holding it very well compared to the market. It's building some strength right now, so we'll have to see how well it does. But overall, please remember that Tesla's still range bound. We have resistance in this 165 to 168 area. We have support at 158. We've been stuck going back and forth for 2 straight days, and we'll see what happens from here. With that being said, I just want to say I appreciate everyone. Please have an absolutely incredible rest of the day. Remain calm, cool, and collected. And I'll see you guys very, very soon on the next one in just a couple of hours. Thank you again. Oh, and one more thing about Tesla, I just wanted to note. There's going to be a lot of data coming out very soon, especially with the PCE report. So that's going to have a big effect on Tesla. The chart is still holding up well, but we still have these resistance levels and we're still within this range. So we're not really breaking out. It's more like we're just building strength and holding up better compared to the market. SPY is down 1.39%, whereas Tesla's up about 1.8%. Tesla's holding up well is what I'm trying to say. And we'll have to see how well it holds from here. So that being said, Tesla's building strength. We'll see how things go moving forward. And I'll see you guys very soon in just a few hours. Thanks again for listening. Tesla to the moon and peace out.